How do you spell feng shui?
Feng shui.
Is that a real word or am I just tweaking?
I mean, yeah, it's a real word, but I don't know how to. I don't know how to spell either.
I know that that's a random question. But... All right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Underground Mobcast. This is episode 6, and today we actually have a very stocked card for you. I am here with my co-host, Lando Capo. Lando, say what is up to the good people listening out there.
Come va?
Dang, dude, how long have you been practicing your Italian?
Uh, like I first started like 3 years ago.
Did you have like a class in like high school or something for it?
No, I learned myself.
Really? I'm impressed. I must say.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I can tell you some things, but I mean, I can't tell you right now because we're talking about wrestling on the Mobcast, you know.
Of course, because what is the Underground Mobcast without professional wrestling?
Yeah, but I mean, I could tell you some other time, really. But yeah, we're talking about professional wrestling right here, right now.
All right, so let me kick it off. You mentioned to me the PWI 500 list.
Yep.
Let's start with that. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen: Roman Reigns, for his second time ever, has topped the PWI 500 list.
Wait for it the second time.
Yeah, 2016 was his first time. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Let's see. I'm trying to find a PWI 500 list.
So Okada was actually number 2 on the list because he won the G1 Climax and then the IWGP title that year.
Yep, and number 3 was CM Punk.
Which I don't agree with that. Number 4 was Hangman. I think number 5 was Cody, right?
No, but number 5 is Bobby Lashley, and number 6 is Cody.
Bobby Lashley? Really?
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, okay.
At that point, you might as well just put Brock Lesnar up there.
Yeah, well, like, where is Brock Lesnar, anyways? Hold on.
He's probably non-existent on the list because he has like 4 matches a year. Obviously, that's an over-exaggeration, but you get the point.
Yeah. Let's see. You know what? We just start with like going down the list. Really, start going down the list. Number 7, Bryan Danielson.
Interesting. I would have thought Moxley we should have been up there somewhere.
Yeah, Moxley is like what number? Was in 19. No. Where's John Moxley, anyways?
He should be a lot higher. I mean, honestly, he should be in top 5 if you ask me.
He's number 12. That's where he is.
That's so disrespectful. Think about all the stuff that he's done for AEW. I mean, is it based off of 2021 or is it based off of 2022 thus far?
I think this far, maybe. We're only like 4 months away to 2023.
True. But I mean, if we're talking about thus far in wrestling, I mean, he's won the AEW championship twice now. I mean, obviously that wasn't calculated in, but he was a 2-time champion as of the list coming out.
Well, actually, a 3-time champion. So, like.
Well, now he's a 3-time, but as of the list coming out, he was a 2-time.
Well, yes. I mean, they should do this like. I wouldn't say like. They did this like. Too soon.
Yeah, Pro Wrestling Insider, take notes. You were doing it way too soon. If this is actually for 2022, you should probably re-release it by the end of the year. Apparently, it's based off of like the diversity of the opponents and the win-loss ratio and all that good stuff. So, quite honestly, Roman has. Yeah, I don't even know if I'd put him number 1.
Really?
I think I kind of agree with it in a sense, but I mean, when you're looking at like Okada being number 2. If Okada's up there, I think Okada could easily be number 1.
I mean, yeah, like he is like yeah, Okada. He's like the face of New Japan Pro Wrestling, and he's like one of the hardest like people to beat. Even though multiple people have beaten Okada, like Jay White, um, what else? Who they beat? Do they beat? Evil,
Yep.
beaten. Um, Kenny Omega and Hiroshi Tanahashi, I think.
I don't know. Apparently it's also based off of like your in-ring talent. So yet again, how the hell do you even put Roman Reigns close to the top if you're talking about in-ring performance? How many 5-star matches can you really say Roman has ever put on?
I would say maybe. I mean, probably 0, to be honest, because he would dominate his opponent. Really.
Exactly. I don't see him as a top in-ring performer by any means.
Because, I mean, basically, he's like the new Brock Lesnar right now. So.
I do think he's the best heel in professional wrestling right now. So give him his respect, and that's fine. But top of the list? I don't know, man. I don't know.
But yeah, like you think that like Okada should be number 1? Is that what you think?
Looking at the list, yeah, but I mean CM Punk's also number 3. So I don't really trust the list as a whole. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like CM Punk, what has he done in 2022 besides win the championship?
Like, well, I mean, he defeated MJF at Revolution.
Which was a great match.
Yeah, it was a great match. It was a strap match.
But then he ended up, so he won the championship off Hangman, then got injured, forced to have an interim champion, came back, lost, came back again, won, and then
he got suspended.
And probably will not be returning to AEW anytime soon. So, I mean, if it has to do with everything, I don't see why you could put him on that list. I mean, how many matches has he had in 2022?
Who knows?
I don't know the statistics on it, but
like less than 10, maybe less than 10. That's all I could say. Less than 10.
That's what I was thinking too. Dude, it's kind of ridiculous if you ask me. Hangman, I could see being up there because he had some absolute bangers, and I mean, but Jon Moxley, I think Jon Moxley should be up there more than anybody.
Well, yeah.
And I'm not even a Moxley fan.
I mean, I like Moxley.
I don't dislike Moxley, but I wouldn't say like I'm a fan. So like I would say I'm a fan of like Roman, which I'm a fan of the gimmick. I'm not really a fan of Roman himself. His character overall has been until he was the tribal chief. So,
but yeah, and Bobby Lashley. Okay, like at the beginning of the year at Royal Rumble, he won the WWE Championship from Brock Lesnar. And 3 weeks later, at the Elimination Chamber, he got well, he got like a concussion. Like even though he was in his pod, and he still got a concussion. and yeah, he was forced out of the match. So yeah, he basically lost the championship. And then he came back, became a babyface, and defeated Omos at WrestleMania.
which we were there, but still, I mean, not very impressive if you look at the talent there.
And then next night on Raw, he MVP turned on Lashley to join forces with Omos, and then Omos versus Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania Backlash. Like, why call it WrestleMania Backlash though?
I don't know, man. It could just be Backlash.
Yeah, it's just weird. Uh, Wait, did Bobby Lashley won that one at WrestleMania Backlash? He won that one.
I'm pretty sure he did, and then he lost like on Raw in the handicap match.
Yeah, and then Hell in a Cell, he defeated Omos and MVP in a handicap match, and then won. And then he was gonna go, and he was going after some gold, and that's what he did. He went after the United States Championship, which Austin Theory at the time was U.S. champion. Went off to Money in Bank, defeated Theory to become U.S. champion for the third time. And then 4 weeks later, SummerSlam defeated Theory again.
Yep, Theory threatened the
And
cash in, which didn't happen.
yep. And and then he's he's been like defending the title on Raw.
Yeah, and quite honestly, those were good matches too.
Yeah.
Don't let anyone, I mean, the Tommaso Ciampa one, that was
Yep.
great. AJ Styles, that was great.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of like big matches and top 500, dude, even top 5 of professional wrestling today. What is he? Number 5?
Yeah, he's number 5.
How, dude? How is Moxley 12, but Bobby Lashley is number 5?
I have no idea. I just want to hear, like, I just want to hear, like, the guys that works for Wrestling Insider on their, like, decision.
Yeah, I have very, very high doubts that these guys are actually like. It's got to be biased, right? Like, there's no way that this is an objective look on professional wrestling.
Like, it's so confusing and, like, these guys, I mean, some of them got injured and was out for several months.
Dude, I mean, look at Bryan Danielson. His win-loss ratio is not nearly as high as Jon Moxley's, right? Jon Moxley hasn't been defeated all year.
Yeah.
At least not in a one-on-one.
Well, yes. And also, what do you think about Cody Rhodes, though?
Cody Rhodes is interesting because he came to WWE and then got injured in his like 4th match.
Yeah. Yeah. Even though, yeah, he won with a torn pec, and yes, he's. I mean, he's probably gonna be out till like maybe January. He's probably gonna return at the Royal Rumble.
I would assume so, and then he'll probably win like the Royal Rumble and be the next champion, I'm sure.
The next challenger. But yeah.
No, he'll be the next champion, mark my words.
Yeah. Okay. Like, I put this down in my notes, but we're still talking about the Pro Wrestling Insider 500. But yeah. Okay. After this, I want to talk about something else.
Word.
Yeah. Okay. Number 8, El Hijo del Vikingo. Vikingo. Sorry. I'm assuming you don't know who that is,
I
right?
have no clue who that is, Lando.
Okay. El Hijo del Vikingo.
I'm assuming
He's
he's in
actually.
AAA.
You are correct.
Wow, shocker.
Um. He's actually the AAA Mega Champion. at the moment. And yeah, if let me tell you, he takes some fucking high flying risk. Like literally, once he would like bounce on because in AAA, like have you seen like one of those like 6-sided rings?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they have in AAA, and they yeah, and he would just bounce off the ropes and take like lots of like like a lot of like moonsault risk, corkscrew risk. He's a fucking daredevil, and yeah, and he even though I just found out this like yesterday or a couple days ago that he will be facing Ray Phoenix for the AAA Mega Championship at October 15th is the date.
It's very interesting
Yeah.
because Ray Phoenix is now the Trios champion with Death Triangle, and Pac is the
Also,
All Atlantic champion.
yeah, hold on, I'm gonna stop you right there. Ray Phoenix, not only he's the Triple or AEW World Trios champion, he's also the AAA Latin American champion and the AAA World Cruiserweight champion. So yeah, right now he's a triple champion.
So why is he not? Why is he not showing that off on AEW? Don't they have like an agreement?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they still have a partnership.
Yeah.
Like like for example, like Sammy Guevara and Ty Mello. They're still the AAA World Mixed Tag Team Champions, and they defended those titles on Rampage, like on a couple of episodes. But yeah, they're still partners with AAA.
I don't know why they wouldn't bring him onto the TV. I think it's a good look.
I mean, yeah, I mean,
As
yeah,
long as
it's a
they're not
good look.
defending. I hate when they defend other championships on.
Yeah, because it takes more TV time,
Yeah.
really. Yeah, so yeah, that's Hijo del Vikingo from AAA. Anyways, number 9. Okay, this one I'm so confused on. Number 9, Big E.
What?
Yes, Big E.
He wins one world championship and then is
Well,
out.
well, yeah, like he won. Yeah, like he started out the year of 2022 as WWE champion, but on the first day of 2022, at the Day One pay per view, he lost the championship, and he went, uh, and then like a couple of months later, he got a neck injury, and we haven't seen him since.
Exactly. How the hell is he even on the list?
Like, oh even though my brain hurts just by looking at this list, really.
All right, let's just go through the top 10. We'll go to 10 and we'll stop there because this is actually ridiculous.
Okay, here's number 10. Jonathan Gresham.
Huh. Well, would you look
As
at
we,
that?
yeah, the octopus, Jonathan Gresham.
Another very interesting choice. His is more understandable, I guess. I mean, he did hold the Ring of Honor championship for a good amount of time.
Yeah, he held it for like he held it like since like from like December to July. Like at like he won it on the day before Ring of Honor went out on a hiatus,
Yeah.
and yeah, let me tell you, he's like the guy is 5'4". Yeah, yeah, it's true. He's 5'4". and also is actually uh one of the longest reigning Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions, along with Jay Lethal for 442 days.
Yeah, so
Like,
I mean, he has a deserved spot on the list, but there's a lot of those that just don't make any sense.
mhm.
It must be based off of 2021, right?
I mean, maybe. I have no idea. I mean, probably, because why do it in September instead of, like, by the end of the year?
Yeah, instead of like maybe like Christmas or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. It's just, yeah, it's weird.
Because if it's based off of 2022, that's a bullshit list.
Yeah, it's a bullshit list. Like, what? It's 2022.
Yeah.
Like, you want me to do, like, you want, like, how about this? I read off, like, like, the names that are, like, in the top 20, and we just don't give any thoughts on it.
All
Like
right.
that.
Yeah. Yep. Go through the next 10. Just go through them.
Shingo Takagi, John Moxley, Matt Cardona, Josh Alexander, Hiroshi Tanahashi, MJF, Seth Rollins, and Adam Cole, Kenny Omega, Drew McIntyre.
Interesting. I love how the top 20 from 11 to 20 is a very strong list. Huh.
Well, I kind of want to see like who is like number 500.
Yeah. Go all the way. Go all the way to the bottom.
Yeah, I want to see who's like number 500. It's probably somebody that we never heard of.
That's a solid guess.
Let's see, okay, it's coming up. Coming up. Dustin Wilson.
Well, would you look at that?
Dustin Wilson. Hold on. My, even though since we see the name, might as well give it a shot. Really, look him up. Hold on, let me look him up. Uh, Dustin Wilson. Let's see.
Honestly, you might not find anything on him. He's probably a no name.
I mean, yeah, but here's his one. This is SWO SummerSlam Series. This is the boys with Dustin Wilson. Yeah, probably nothing really.
An indie darling. That's about it.
Yeah, an indie darling. Yes.
All right. Next order of business. What was the thing that you had in your notes?
Oh yeah. Like, you mentioned that we mentioned that Cody Rhodes might return at the Royal Rumble and win the whole damn thing and like challenge Roman Reigns for the Undisputed Universal Championship. I put down this on the list. Like, I saw this on a YouTube video. Who will dethrone Roman Reigns? And two people in mind: Cody Rhodes and Seth freaking Rollins.
Thank God you didn't say The Rock. Thank God you didn't say The Rock. No, I could see either one of those actually. That if I had to pick two people, that's my two. Because if you think about it, Seth Rollins did not lose to Roman Reigns and never did get a rematch.
Well, yeah, Seth Rollins, like Roman Reigns, number one person that Roman Reigns has never beat is Seth Rollins. And here's the thing, because they came up to the main roster together along with Dean Ambrose, aka Jon Moxley, as the Shield, and they both became tag team champions together. So if anybody in professional wrestling knows Roman Reigns very well, it's Seth Rollins, and well, of course, Dean Ambrose or Jon Moxley, doesn't matter what you call him, but like you get the point. But like and then like come like 2014, Seth Rollins sold out just by stabbing Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose in the back, hit him with a steel chair, and for like many years, like Roman Reigns has never forgotten that moment where Seth betrayed them. And even though like Seth Rollins, for example, okay, Seth Rollins, he was like the man, like back in the Authority era. He was the like yeah he like Roman Reigns. He won the Royal Rumble, went to WrestleMania, and faced Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship. But then Seth Rollins came out, the Money Bank contract, which is the greatest cash in of all time, really. And he and then suddenly the match turned into a triple threat, and then like Seth Rollins hits Roman Reigns with a curb stomp, and then pins him 1, 2, 3, became the WWE champion. And he's been champion for over 200 days, but not only just that, he went into SummerSlam, defeated John Cena in a double title match, and he became the first person to become the first person to hold the WWE Championship and the United States Championship. And like he got a, and then all of a sudden like he torn his ACL and was out for 6 months. And when he came back, he obviously that Roman Reigns was WWE champion. Came back to attack Roman, and 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 we all know like Seth Rollins was the heel at the time, and Roman Reigns was the babyface, but Seth stole the fans from Roman.
100%. I remember during the whole thing, there was the cannabis scandal for Roman Reigns where he tested positive,
Yeah.
and Seth did a shoot on him, did a fake interview. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, and so and then like yeah, and after like a month after he returned, he defeated Roman to become the WWE champion. And yeah, Roman Reigns, he like kept that anger. Really. He really kept that anger. And of course in 2020, like SummerSlam 2020, we see Roman Reigns returned, uh attacked the Fiend and Braun Strowman. And then like a week later at the Payback pay-per-view, he won the Universal Championship. And then for months prior, he's been like wrecking everybody. Like it was his cousin Jey Uso, and then it was Drew McIntyre, um and then Kevin Owens, uh Daniel Bryan, Edge, Cesaro, uh um what else? John Cena, Brock Lesnar, Big E, uh, uh, I'm trying to go in order, really. Sami Zayn, that's another one.
Sami Zayn. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh. Damn. What else?
Goldberg. I mean, like,
Most,
quite frankly, who has he not beat?
Seth Rollins, even though like the Royal Rumble, it ended with the disqualification. Now that's the thing. That's the one I want to talk about. He released his anger on Seth Rollins because that's why he could have let go like after the 5 count from the ref because he was locking in that guillotine on Seth Rollins and he grabbed a chair and he bashed him over the back with the just like a little payback from 2014.
Yeah, dude, that's a true the storytelling that they did with that. The only thing is they never really continued, right? Like I would have loved to see Roman beat him straight up
Yeah,
eventually, but they never even did like a rematch, which is interesting to me because usually when you lose to a champion or well, when the champion retains by disqualifying himself, you get a rematch because you didn't lose, you won. But Seth didn't even get that.
no, he just like and like he just I mean I think he was qualified like after like the Royal Rumble like he was like immediately qualified for the Elimination Chamber. I think that's what happened.
Yeah, but I
I
mean, does
mean,
that really count? Your odds of winning are so much slimmer than if you were to have like a one-on-one.
yeah, um, yeah, he like yeah like hopefully, hopefully even though this was rumored that it's supposed to be Karrion Kross versus Roman Reigns at Survivor Series, but it would be better booking if it was Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns. Because here's the thing Survivor Series this year will be the 10-year anniversary of when they go up to the main roster.
Oh my God, you're right.
That will be better booking.
Yeah, 2013.
You mean 2012, but
Yeah, 2012. It's been a long weekend, Lando. Leave me alone.
okay, I'll leave you alone. But yeah, it'll be better booking, but I mean, it's been rumored that it's supposed to be Roman Reigns versus Karrion Kross at Survivor Series.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
It does look like it's going that way.
I mean, yeah, like it's gonna be Drew McIntyre versus um, like it's gonna be Drew McIntyre versus Karrion Kross at Extreme Rules in a strap match. And let me tell you, I said this before. Karrion Kross looks smaller than Drew McIntyre. Like literally.
Yeah, but Drew McIntyre is actually just huge.
Yeah, I mean, just like yeah, like I just like yeah, like when you first see Karrion Kross, he just like looks like a big dude. Like he's 6'4" and he's 265. And Drew McIntyre, he's 6'5" and weighs 265 also. But like I mean, just by the look of it,
Yeah,
and
Drew
like
just looks imposingly bigger.
yes. And and like Crown Jewel, Roman Reigns versus Logan Paul at Saudi Arabia at Crown Jewel, and obviously we're gonna see Roman Reigns. I was I said Roman Reigns.
It is what it is, man. It's been a long weekend. I get it.
I know. Anybody who's watching this, it's been a long weekend, okay? I was at a bonfire last night, okay? And I stayed there till midnight. and like I also vlogged as well, so you'll see the video soon, and it's very disturbing. So yeah, prepare yourself before you click on the video once it's uploaded. Anyways, back to the story. Roman Reigns versus Logan Paul. Obviously, Roman Reigns is gonna win that match.
So yeah, this is actually on my list of things to talk about. Now that we're on it, let's just go over the facts here, right? Logan Paul has not done nearly enough in WWE to even have this opportunity. Good God, why is he even in line? I mean, we were just talking about Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins could be in line. Seth Rollins just beat Matt Riddle.
Yes. And like Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens could also be in line, yeah.
Karrion Kross.
Well, Karrion Kross did just come back, but
I mean, he just sent a warning out to Roman Reigns, so
it's true. It's true.
like he did, like Scarlett placed an
Hourglass, yeah.
Right? Like time is ticking, bitch. Time is ticking. And like, yeah, I mean, yeah, Karrion Kross should be next. Even though, like I said, it's rumored that it's going to be Kross versus Reigns at Survivor Series.
I don't know. I think anything would be better than Logan Paul, though. He's don't get me wrong, he's a good in-ring performer, and he's put in like the time to get better at it. But the thing is, he beat the Miz.
Yeah, he beat the Miz. He won with the Miz at WrestleMania, which were there. Okay.
But besides that, like, what has he really done? I mean, when you talk about championship challengers, he shouldn't even be in the talks of it. Maybe against like the U.S. champion Bobby Lashley, but to just throw him to Roman Reigns, it's obviously just a publicity stunt. They want to see how much money they can make off this Crown Jewel pay-per-view with Logan Paul being the headliner, but it's such a waste, dude. Honestly, like when you talk about a championship match, it's such a waste. Is it going to better Roman's career if he beats Logan Paul? No. Would it better Logan Paul's career? 100%. It's a win-lose situation for Roman Reigns. Either he wins or he loses everything. And I swear to God, if Logan Paul walks out as champion, I will not watch for the rest of the year.
I mean, okay.
I feel like that's understandable. I feel like any wrestling fan can understand exactly where I'm coming from because that's actually horseshit.
Yeah.
Some YouTuber comes along and decides he wants to be a professional wrestler today instead of a boxer, instead of a YouTuber. He wants to be a professional wrestler and he wants to challenge Roman Reigns because on his podcast, he said that he could beat Roman.
And like, he also, he still does YouTube, but like,
No, but you know what I mean, right? Like he's bouncing around from these professions. He went from YouTube to podcasting to boxing and podcasting to boxing, podcasting, YouTubing, now YouTubing, boxing, professional wrestling. Like, you can't do it all, man. I'm going to be honest with you. You can't do it all. If you're going to be a part-timer, there's really no room in the company to do that. You have guys who can be brought up from NXT. You have guys who have been brought up from NXT and been treated horribly that can actually be used correctly this time around. Yeah. Now that Hunter's in control, I would like to see something like that happen. But now we're seeing Logan Paul versus Roman. It's obviously just a publicity thing. What other reason would you possibly have for doing such a thing?
It's just publicity. Huh?
That's what bothers me. Another thing that bothers me, to change subjects because we are kind of running short on time this week. The Street Profits. Why are they've lost 3 times to the Usos, twice on pay-per-view. Why did they beat your number one contenders for the tag team championships? That just makes them look weak. I know professional wrestling math never works out, but the thing is, man, if you're really gonna try to sell me on Butch and Ridge Holland beating the Usos, you best believe that they should be able to beat the Street Profits.
Like, it's just taking the piss, really.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, how am I supposed to believe that they're gonna beat the Usos when they couldn't beat the people who couldn't beat the Usos? Whether the Usos cheated or not,
It's just fucking stupid.
yeah, I mean, like I said, professional wrestling math never adds up, but there should be. I mean, it's all scripted. We all know this. We're not stupid. There's a way that you can do such a thing and still, at the same time, not let them lose. Like, you should be building them up to be championship material so that people want to see it. Yet you're going to make them lose on a normal Monday night? I mean, come on.
And I also want to like say this that that since you brought up the brawling brutes like Rich Holland and Butch, we're getting another Intercontinental Championship match in about 2 weeks. Well, a week from Friday. On the season premiere of SmackDown is Sheamus versus Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship.
Part 2.
Yeah, part 2. And do you think that that Sheamus will reach his goal of becoming a Grand Slam champion winner?
Okay, hear me out. I don't want to
Okay.
see it.
And why is that?
Here's why. So you've got this Intercontinental Championship. It's supposed to be prestigious, right? They've been building it up that way, trying to regain, what it means to be an Intercontinental Champion. Gunther, he's so fresh. He's a new face in the company, or at least on the main roster. And him beating Sheamus as it was good enough for me. Right? He put on a great performance. I mean, we'll talk about it later because we have another segment to get to. But if he didn't beat him once, why should the second time be any different? Yet again, pro wrestling math doesn't ever add up, but I don't see.
The fans want one more match between those two.
Understandably so. It was a banger of a match. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with having another match, but I don't see why the outcome should be any different.
I mean, okay, I don't here's the thing. I want to Sheamus to win, but if he doesn't, then I don't mind it. Really. If Gunther wins, then good for him.
I mean, either way it goes, people are going to be happy. And I'm not going to complain if Gunther loses, but I think having the fresh face is kind of a plus side.
I mean, just think. Here's the thing. Think about this. Like Sheamus, let me tell you. He's been a 3-time WWE champion, a former World Heavyweight champion, a 3-time United States champion, and a five-time Tag Team champion. He's a Royal Rumble winner. He's a Money in the Bank ladder match winner, and he's also won King of the Ring. And the one thing that's not in his resume is the Intercontinental Championship.
I just feel like he has a lot of time left to do it.
That's kind of true because he mentioned that he still has a few years of wrestling in him. Like he said he might be done by the year of 2028.
Yeah, see, he's got plenty of time. So I don't see why it needs to be rushed, especially with Imperium getting back together. If you strip a championship away from them, it's going to make the faction look a little bit weaker. and as a whole, going to bring less attention to them. I think it's kind of important to keep the championship on them now because it's not like they're getting a tag team championship match.
Yeah.
If they were to be put up in a position to do something else or have like a good rivalry with someone, that's fine. But it's just not happening. So Gunther has to stay the face. Otherwise, they're going to go down the shitter. Like so many other NXT talents have.
Yeah. Oh, but like, do you think that Gunther should do you think that Gunther uh should be one of the people that could maybe dethrone Roman Reigns?
No. Here's
Okay.
why. I
Okay.
don't feel as if he will be put in a position to be looked at like that. I think so. From the talent aspect, he absolutely could be. But I feel like from a booking aspect, he won't be ready come time for Roman Reigns to leave and go to Hollywood.
I mean, okay. Okay.
When he was Walter, if they would have brought him up as Walter and kept the
Yeah.
gimmick and everything, absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. But they didn't. Now you have to rebuild this character. You have to put them over. And quite honestly, they haven't been doing the greatest job with it. He's had some great matches. Like I said, talent wise, he's there. But booking wise, he just doesn't have enough on his resume yet. And that's kind of my argument with like Logan Paul. You have to earn it. You have to earn it. Beating The Miz is not going to earn you a championship shot. It shouldn't.
Well,
That's
you gotta defeat like several or multiple people just in order to get a championship shot.
or like if you beat Seth Rollins, I can understand why you would get a championship match. Seth Rollins is a championship level talent. He's been booked to be a championship level talent, and he has in ring talent of a championship talent. So, I mean, when you start doing things like that, having those types of big matches, big draws, that's when I can take it seriously. But for the time being, I don't think he's ready. And by the time Roman's ready to retire, which is less than a year as of this point, I just don't see it happening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just yeah. Um, let's see. I also texted you this, but about a hotel in India that's named after Roman Reigns.
Oh yeah, yep.
Like I saw this on Twitter, like a friend of mine sent me it, and I'm like, okay, weird, but okay.
I could I really don't understand that. They could have had like the Great Khali or like Jinder Mahal. What did Roman do that's so great that he has a hotel named after him in India?
Uh, I have no idea. Like like hasn't done nothing. Like he doesn't. He has. I'm so confused, really.
No, I 100% understand you. I get it too, dude. I genuinely like he hasn't had any matches in India that have been like, "Oh my god, it's Roman Reigns," you know? He hasn't done anything in India.
No. Like the only person that's done anything in India is like the Great Khali and Jinder Mahal. Like Jinder Mahal, like he was the first Indian superstar to win the WWE Championship.
And it was
Back,
lackluster, but
yeah. I mean, yeah, like back in 2017, yeah, he was a big thing in India.
that I heard that was the only reason he really even got the push to begin with is cuz they were trying to sell overseas.
I mean, yes, but also, like he also, um, uh, like he also like won the WWE Championship off of Randy Orton, which was like one of the biggest upsets that I could remember. You know?
Dude, I'm going to be honest with you. He was not ready. That's a perfect example of what happens when you're not ready. He wasn't ready talent wise. He was very dangerous to work with. But even booking wise, I would say he wasn't ready. They didn't book him up to it. They just kind of were like, hey, Jinder Mahal, here you go. I mean, he had a couple matches here and there, and, he did. But in terms of, like, taking a character seriously, they have to have good quality matches with good quality talents, and he didn't really have that either. His Punjabi prison match with Randy Orton was shitty.
Even though he got help from the Great Khali.
That was like the best part of that entire match was the Great Khali coming out.
Yeah.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but
It was good. It was good. It was good. I didn't expect. Well, we all didn't expect that the Great Khali would help
you didn't
or
expect
he
that?
would return.
I thought that the entire reason they were doing it was to get Great Khali back.
I mean, because before like uh when they had the Punjabi prison match, this was like way before that they're gonna return the Punjabi prison match. They didn't say anything that the Great Khali is gonna return. So I mean, it's just I was just reading the internet. I was just reading the internet that they were gonna bring back the Punjabi prison match, and it didn't say anything that that uh that the Great Khali would return for one night.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a longer stay, to be honest with you, but I thought maybe he'd be like by Jinder Mahal's side or something like that for a little bit, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, it didn't happen. I thought of that. I thought of that too, but it was just for one night, really. And anyways, okay. Want to change topics?
Yeah, while we were right on the topic of Gunther versus Sheamus, we might as well circle back to your match of the week this week.
Yeah, let's do. Yeah, match of the week. Yeah,
Give them a little rundown of what you picked.
Gunther versus Sheamus at Clash at the Castle for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Now, here's the thing: Dave Meltzer, who was like the former writer for WWE, and he ranked that match 5 stars.
Which is unheard of for WWE.
Yes, but I mean, yeah, like this match was like one of the two matches that I was that I was very interested of looking at. Like the other match was Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre, but yeah, this was like one of the matches that I really wanted to watch. Uh, like two guys who could take a beating to each other. Like Gunther, he's like he has his like we got like German strong style and Irish strong style.
Dude,
Or
and
they
those
call
chops were so vicious.
yeah. You could see that Sheamus's chest was bleeding.
Yeah, there's
But
some bad intention with those chops.
and yeah, Gunther he has Rinkoff and Sheamus he has a like Irish whip in him, you know? And Yeah, like even though yet in about like 1 week from Friday, yeah, we're gonna be having a part two. It's gonna be on the season premiere of SmackDown for the Intercontinental Championship, and even though I'm rooting for Sheamus, but even though I have a gut feeling that Gunther may retain.
Honestly, like we were talking about earlier,
Yeah,
I don't care who wins. I would prefer to see Gunther win, but either way it goes, as long as they book it correctly on the way afterwards, I'm okay with it.
yeah, like yeah, it's just just make the best man win. And yeah,
I'm expecting a hell of a match though.
yeah,
That's the problem. Like when you have a classic like that, an instant classic, most of the time the second match can never live up to the first.
that's true.
That's the danger of it because if it flops immediately,
And
that's the match people are going to remember is the second one, not the first.
mhm.
And then people are like, "Oh, but you remember the second match? That was horrible." Yeah, but do you remember the first one where everybody was saying one more match? You guys asked for it.
Yeah, that's your fault.
Yeah. That's one of the things I've never understood. Like, if something's so good, sometimes you just gotta let it be. You
Yeah,
gotta let it soak, man.
it's just like even though when you experience something bad on television, you're like, what the fuck? But then like I would say like a few minutes later or maybe a day after, you just get over with. That's like me, really. That's like me.
Yeah, but
I
wrestling
just
fans are so picky.
You're fickle. You're
Yes,
fickle.
fickle. Yes, fickle. Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. Just like to be honest, some wrestling fans they don't know shit.
Like 95%.
Yeah, yeah. 95%. Yeah, yeah. 95% of fans, yeah, they don't know shit. And who gives a fuck about their opinions? You know?
Fair enough.
Yeah. So yeah, that was our match of the week.
I'm very interested to see where it goes, though. And in terms of the match of the week, I like that one because it's recent. I feel like a lot of people who listen will have seen that match. Whereas, like WrestleMania 23, Shawn Michaels versus John Cena, I don't feel like a lot of the old wrestling fans will have seen that match. And a lot of the classic wrestling fans, like people who enjoy that type of stuff, will have seen it. But yours is recent, and I think it holds a special place for a lot of people. So hats off to you for
Yeah.
the good pick.
Yes. And next week you will pick your match of the week. So yeah, we're taking like turns.
Instead of both having them, yeah.
Yeah, instead of both having you. So yeah. My match of the week was Gunther versus Sheamus, but yeah, next week you'll be having your match of the week.
Absolutely. Um, let's talk about Solo Sikoa real quick.
Oh yeah,
Um,
that's one of my notes. Solo Sokoa relinquishing the NXT North American Championship a week after he won it.
what the fuck,
Because
man? What the actual fuck? So why would you? What is the point of having him finally accomplish this? Just to be like, oh, yep, sorry, bro, you're on the main roster now.
I'm just like, what is the point? What is the point?
Exactly. Exactly, dude. I really don't get it. I feel like that booking, sure, he won his championship in NXT or whatever, but he could have won it earlier before he went up, or he could have went up with it and then relinquished it.
I mean, yeah, like just
But he makes an appearance on the main roster, then you're like, all right, go back down to NXT, beat Carmelo Hayes, make him look weak. Then we're going to have you relinquish it, and it's probably going to go right back to Carmelo. Let's just keep it $150 here.
I mean, like, there's gonna be a fatal 5-way ladder match, at Halloween Havoc, with like so far it's Carmelo Hayes, obviously, Wes Lee,
Interesting.
yeah, and okay, like he's from NXT UK, by the way. His name is Oro Mensa.
Yeah, I like him. He's very talented.
Yeah, Oro Mensa, yeah. Who is actually the second Ghanaian superstar in WWE.
Second to Kofi Kingston.
Yep.
West Ghana represent.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, like I mean his music really pops, really.
Yeah, no, I'm very, very excited to see where he goes. I think he adds a very interesting style to the matchup, especially with it being a ladder match.
Yeah, and he used to be NXT UK Tag Team Champion at one point. With like Ashton Smith, that's his name. But then like 3 weeks later, he got injured, so they had to relinquish the NXT UK Tag Team titles. And let me tell you, ever since they announced that they're going to relaunch NXT UK to NXT Europe, they released half of the NXT UK roster, including Ashton Smith. So, and they call up Oro Mensa to NXT, and yeah, and I'm very interested of what they're gonna do with him. Hopefully, we can see him as a champion real soon. I guess we can see him that he's championship material. Well, not world title material, like a mid card champion.
Right.
But and also like tag team gold. That's the thing. Okay, like tag team gold. And yeah, and I'm also curious of like who do you think is going to be like the next two superstars for the final 2 spots of the 5-way ladder match. Like here's what I think is gonna happen. Like here's what I think, that they're gonna have like a fatal four, actually no, a fatal or a triple threat match. Like if there's like one spot left, they're gonna have a triple threat match, but it's like that are like full of like the losers that failed to qualify. So like a second chance triple threat match. So like so far, like Grayson Waller lost to Oral Mensa, and then uh Tony D'Angelo lost to Wesley. So I'm guessing that yeah, there's gonna be like a triple threat match that involves Grayson Waller and Tony D'Angelo. And I mean whoever is gonna take like the second spot, or sorry, like the second final spot, um, then that loser at that match will be in the triple threat.
I'm rooting for Grayson Waller.
I mean, okay, I'm kind of rooting for Tony D'Angelo, to be honest.
You Italians run deep, huh?
It's all about yeah. It's a bond, okay? It's a bond. It's a bond, really.
I like Grayson. I think he's very flashy, but I like it. Adds something interesting, you know? His little rivalry with AJ Styles, I loved.
Yeah. Right now, he's like in a rivalry with Apollo Cruz.
Yeah. That one's very interesting. They've been doing a lot of pulling down to the NXT.
I mean, he said that he has unfinished business.
Yeah,
And
Ricochet said the same thing.
I mean, Ricochet, he's still on SmackDown, so
Well, Ricochet was on NXT, and then he came back to SmackDown. Got his ass kicked
I,
by Solo Sokoa, and then he'll probably go right back down. Unless him and Madcap Moss team up against like Sami Zayn and Solo Sokoa next week.
I mean, who knows what happened? Like tomorrow is. Here's what I heard: that it's going to be AJ Styles versus Sami Zayn in a one-on-one match, and yeah, and Solo Sokoa will be at ringside with Sami Zayn.
Could you imagine if Solo Sokoa and Sami Zayn took the tag team championships off the Usos?
I wouldn't see it.
I don't see it happening, but could you imagine? I mean, Solo did pick Sammy over his brother at ringside last week.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah, I wonder what's gonna happen. Like, like Jay Uso and Sami Zayn. Like we saw the segment where like Roman Reigns told Sammy to take the shirt off, and then like Jay Uso like ripped the shirt off of Sammy. Like he was happy. He was happy. But then Roman Reigns gave a new T-shirt to Sami Zayn saying "Honorary Us," and then we just see Jay Uso with a grin with a disappointing face. Like he was unhappy, really.
But that was good comedy, I must say. I did
Yeah,
like it. There's a lot of like small little cracks forming in the bloodline. So it's going to be very interesting as time goes on to see what happens.
yeah, yeah. Like because I bet I guess we all know. I guess we all know that they're gonna turn on Sammy. They're gonna turn on Sammy. Like soon. I'm not saying like in this month, but like
Yeah, it will happen, but it's just a matter of time, and we'll see, man. We'll see. What if Sammy turns on them?
plot twist.
Plot twist. Sammy turns on them, joins forces with KO, takes the tag team championships off their shoulders.
Mhm. And finally, Kevin Owens becomes a Grand Slam winner.
It'd be wild.
Like that, yeah. Like Kevin Owens, like his goal, like right now, well, not only like uh to be like Universal Champion, but also being a tag team champion because he won the Universal Championship, he won the Intercontinental Championship. Who's that?
That's one of my buddies calling.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, like Kevin Owens, like he won the Universal Championship. He's a two-time Intercontinental Champion. He's a three-time United States Champion. And yeah, this one title that, well, he also has in mind, but right now he's more of a single star, and he looks for a singles gold. But you get the point that he wants to be tag team champion. And I'm
Yeah.
guessing that, yeah, like the bloodline will turn on Sami Zayn, and then KO will come in to help Sami, and the friendship between Sami and KO will come back together, and hopefully they become undisputed tag team champions.
It'd be very interesting.
Very interesting. And I mean, do you think that like the Usos will break like the New Day's record?
I think so. I think the bloodline will break all the records, and then that's when they will decide to start breaking them up.
I mean, yeah, but like, let me tell you, like, my friend, I have a friend. He he's a major New Day fan. Okay, and I asked him that. I just told him like you know like the Usos, they're over 400 days now, and as tag team champions, and the New Day, their record, their record of being longest reigning tag team champions was 483 days. So imagine if the Usos breaks that record, how would you feel? And he said, I mean, like like good for them. I don't really care. That's what he said. I'm like, okay. Even though, okay, he doesn't like the bloodline. I'm saying that right now. He doesn't like the bloodline.
Hate them because you ain't them. Hashtag we the ones.
Yeah. Okay. Like I don't mind the bloodline. Okay. That's what I'm just saying that right now. Even though I like Roman Reigns' like gimmick and all, but yet like I'm just wondering when he's gonna drop the damn belts. And I bet it's probably gonna be till WrestleMania again.
I hope so.
Because like I did some calculations really. Even though like it's gonna be another 2 night event, that like if he defends the titles uh on night one and then lose them, it'll be day number 944. But if not, but it or on the next night if he defends them and lost them, it'll be 945. So yeah, like I mean, yeah, like it's yeah, it's groundbreaking, you know.
That's a long time. That's unheard of.
Yeah, and that's like would be like the longest time in the modern era, really, because we got Gunther was NXT UK champion for 870 days, which is right now the longest ever in the modern era. So so yeah, maybe like Roman Reigns might break that record.
I hope so, man. I really do.
Yeah. So yeah, yeah. Anyways, um, changing topics. There's a couple things I actually want to talk about. First one is Chris Jericho winning his 8th World Championship, and the other one is actually Bobby Fish is now in Impact Wrestling.
Ooh. Do you think
Yeah.
Kyle O'Reilly follows him?
No, no, it didn't say anything that that Kyle O'Reilly has been released, but I mean, it's just right now, like Bobby Fish is now in the Impact Zone.
I don't know. I feel like because of the partnership that they have with AEW,
Well, yeah, but I mean, like Bobby Fish, he was on a singles run for a while, really. Like as he was in AEW and Kyle O'Reilly was in NXT,
yeah.
and I mean, like both of them. can win singles titles, really. Like, for example, like Ring of Honor, like Kyle O'Reilly, he was the Ring of Honor World Champion. And Bobby Fish, he was the Ring of Honor World Television Champion. So yeah, these two, I mean, they could go their separate directions and win singles gold. That's all I can say. Like, they're good, even if they're separated, even if they're like in different companies. And now another thing that I want to talk about is Chris Jericho winning the Ring of Honor World Championship. He's out the Ako or Oko. How you pronounce it?
I have no idea.
It's just a thing that he said on Twitter. The Oko or something. I think that's how you pronounce it, the Oko, because he won his 8th World Championship.
Le Champion.
Le Champion. Or El Campione.
He is the man, dude.
Yeah, he's the man. And, yeah, like his first world title was the WCW Championship. And then he won the second WCW Championship as he also won his first WWE Championship, which he became the first ever undisputed WWE Champion. And then he won the World Heavyweight Championship 3 times. 3 times, sorry, my voice cracked there. 3 times. And then he went to AEW and then won the AEW World Championship. Well, not only that, he became the first ever AEW World Champion and held it for half a year, which was longer than his other world title reigns. And now he's the Ring of Honor World Champion, which makes him an 8-time world champion in professional wrestling. And let me tell you, this guy, like we said this before, that this guy wins every championship, wins championships, like in every company that he's been in.
Yeah, dude, that's why I had such a hard time with like the 5th head of professional wrestling. I mean, that guy's done it all everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere.
Everywhere he goes, he touches gold, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, do you should we call it off?
Yeah, I mean, with that, let's move straight to the quiz.
Yeah, move straight to the quiz. So yeah, we know the drill. 5 questions and 3, 2, 1, and start. True or false? Brock Lesnar is the youngest WWE champion at the age of 25.
Ooh, I think you threw a little twist in there, buddy. He is the youngest WWE champion, but I don't think he was 25. Wasn't he?
Yeah, he was 25.
False. I'm saying false.
Oh, you're saying false?
I'm saying false. Because he was not 25.
Yeah, he was 25. Yeah. Yeah, because, okay, it's true. And here's why.
Damn,
okay?
that's...
Okay, he was born in 1977. Well, July 12th, 1977, okay?
And he won it in 2002. Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
God damn it, Lando. When you said, yeah, he was 25, I totally thought you were trying to trick me.
Oh. But no. He legit is the youngest WWE champion at the age of 25. Like, he won the WWE Championship the month after his birthday.
At SummerSlam. Damn it.
Yeah, and guess who he beat?
The Rock.
Yeah. Okay. Second question. Which NJPW tag team holds the record for being the longest reigning never openweight 6-man tag team champions for 454 days? Now, do you want me to say like the tag team names, or do you want me to say the members first and then the tag team names?
Tag team names and members.
Oh, okay. A, Evil, Shingo, Takagi, and Bushi, which are from Los Ingobernables de Japón. Or B, the House of Torture, Evil, Yujiro, Takahashi, and Sho. Chaos, Tomohiro Ishii, Hiroki Goto, and Yoshihashi. Or D, Yokosaki, Takagi, Takuchi, and Togo Makabe, and Toriyama. I can't pronounce their names because they're Japanese.
Alright, you're good. I'm gonna say, I already know my pick. Bushi, Evil, and Sonata?
Shingo Takagi.
Yeah, Los
Ingobernables de Japón.
Yeah, that.
You were wrong.
Son of a bitch.
It's actually Chaos. Tomohiro Ishii, Hiroki Goto, and Yoshihashi. Like, it was just last year when the House of Glass just ended their long historic reign.
Dang.
But yeah. Again, third question. Who was the first WWE superstar to fail to cash in the Money in the Bank briefcase? A. Braun Strowman, B. Damian Sandow, C. Baron Corbin, or D. John Cena?
John Cena.
You are correct.
I almost wanted to say Damian Sandow, but I remember John Cena was in his green attire when he failed to cash in. And he was in his blue attire when Damian Sandow won the cash in. Therefore, he must have been younger than when he was in the blue because he switched up the entire look to khaki shorts instead of jean shorts.
Yeah. Again, number 4. Who became the first ever Impact Digital Media Champion? Is it A. Matt Cardona, B. Jordan Grace, C. Brian Myers, or D. Rich Swann?
Ooh. Matt Cardona?
You are wrong.
Was it Brian Myers?
It was Jordan Grace.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, anytime I think of like a media championship, immediately I'm like, oh yeah, Matt Cardona. I mean, that dude has literally revolutionized having a championship because he literally made his own and somehow made it to WWE by doing it.
Okay, now final question. Hopefully you get this right. Who became the first Asian-born and Japanese-born superstar to win the Intercontinental Championship? Is A. Shinsuke Nakamura, B. Evil, C. Tetsuya Naito, or D. Minoru Suzuki?
Is it the NJPW?
WWE.
Oh, well then it's gotta be Nakamura.
Yeah. I was trying to trick you, just not saying like which company is it.
Yeah, you tried to trick me. That's why you clarified, huh?
Yeah. I was like, please don't say like which company. Please don't say which company. But yeah, Shinsuke Nakamura was actually the first ever Asian-born and Japanese-born WWE superstar to win the Intercontinental Championship.
See,
So
you almost had me there though, because once you started reading off like NJPW names, I was like, wait, whoa, 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 whoa.
yeah, I mean, I was going for like some other other Japanese wrestlers' names that used to be in WWE, like Tajiri or uh Hideo Itami or um Tatsumi Fujinami. But I mean, like some of the guys, they ain't, I don't think. I mean, I don't think that Tajiri went after the Intercontinental Championship, or he didn't have like a match for the Intercontinental Championship.
He was cruiserweight
So
champion though,
I mean, yes,
and tag
yes,
champ.
and tag team, and I mean, like I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna put in like a couple of like Japanese guys from New Japan who are former IWGP Intercontinental Champions. Like even though Shinsuke Nakamura, he's a former IWGP Intercontinental Champion. He won it 5 times. He's actually the longest reigning IWGP Intercontinental Champion for 313 days.
Dang.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, you want to start the outro?
Oh, you want me to start it this week?
Well, oh wait, oh shit. Okay.
No, I can do it if you want me to do it. I'll do it.
I mean, fine, sure, okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. This has been episode 6 of the Underground Mobcast, and we will see you next week on Monday.